Hello, as the U.S. traders enter for the day, the euro versus U.S. dollar is now stretching to the upside, making new highs. And for the last few hours, so is the pound versus U.S. dollar. The dollar versus yen is seeing up and down price action and trades near unchanged on the day. I'll go through the technicals that are driving each of these currency pairs in this video to kickstart your U.S. trading session. So let's get started. I'm going to start off by taking a look at the 4-hour chart to get a broader view of this area and also this high area up through here. But you can see this area right through here that I'm following along here has a number of different swing lows and swing highs. It's an area where traders have found either support or resistance. And you can go back in time and just outline all those swing levels. I'm doing some of them right now, and you can see how the price found support buyers both in trading here actually yesterday and today. This is a 4-hour chart, I forgot, but how the price came down toward the low of that swing area or within that swing area. Comes between 1.04529 and 1.04677 and found support buyers, and the price rotated back to the upside. On the top side right here, I'm just reminded that the high price that we saw earlier this week came right up to the high price that we saw back here in the month of January. That's the highs for 2025, found resistance sellers, and those prices came up to these highs right through here. So you can see the importance of this area up through here. And finally, the 100-day moving average is now moving into that swing area between 1.05, 2 or 3.2 up to 1.0543, and the 100-day moving average is at 105.43. So with the price currently trading at 104.907, we're stretching to the upside. Now we also have resistance right through here, and I'll go through that by taking a closer look at the hourly chart. And when we look at the hourly chart here, here's our swing area that we saw going way back in time through here. And note also that within that swing area is a 100 and 200 hour moving average. And trading yesterday we held it, and earlier today we held it. Now we fell below those moving averages. It should open the door for further downside, but that support at the swing area here proved to be stronger than the moving averages, and we saw a rotation back to the upside. And note here how this low right here came right down to the moving averages ahead of this level. Why? Because the break of the moving averages failed earlier today, and then it's decided, well, fool me once, shame on me, but instead decided to find support against that level and pushed off of that level to the upside of the last few hours of trading. Now, I wanted to talk about this area right here. This area is defined by these recent swing highs and highs that came through here. So that's going to be a level area to get through, but this is the key area up here with the swing area off the 4-hour chart and the 100-day moving average all coming together near the 105.32 to 105.433. What would ruin the bullish bias, and what we can say from the price action today is that buyers are more in control because we're above the swing area, above the moving averages, is that it would take a move back below these levels to increase the bearish bias. Absent that, and guess what? Over time, we're going to move higher, okay? It's got to prove to itself that it can take back control. And this is the closest level of support that it has to take back control. So as long as the price remains above this area right here, and you're bearish the U.S. dollar or bullish the euro versus U.S. dollar on a rebound, or maybe the whatever, however reason you want to look at it, the price can continue to move higher. That's what the market is telling us right now. So be aware of that. The big resistance up here between 1.0532 and 1.0543. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. And again, I'll focus on the 4-hour chart to get a broader view of this swing area right through here, where we had a number of different swing highs and swing lows coming together. It's a little wonky, but the last thing we did here was find support right there. We came down to that level, found support, and then broke through it, failed on that break, and then reestablished support against the swing area here before moving to the upside. It wasn't until last week that the price came back down toward this area, also down to the 50% retracement of this move to the upside that came in at 149.22. So success at holding that level. We pushed higher, and then in trading earlier this week, yesterday, as a matter of fact, the price did move below that 50%, below the swing area. It should have gone lower. It didn't. What did we do instead? We found support against it, went back within this area right here, not once but twice, and we rotated back to the upside. So even though the price has been up and down and trading here today, we did hold support near the 50% retracement at 149.22. I can take a look at that by taking a look at the hourly chart. And here's that 149.22, that 50% retracement. We held it yesterday, held it here. We also held within the swing area. So that's good news. Now, what is not good news for the buyers is that the price did hold resistance against the 100-hour moving average. We did it here and as well. We did it up here as well. So we need to get above the 100-hour moving average to increase the bullish bias. If we get above that, we open the door for further. But the potential for further upside, it's just the minimum. It doesn't mean that we're going to go boom like that, but it does mean that we had a victory for the buyers to get above that level. And as long as we can stay above the level, it means more the bullish bias can continue for the dollar versus yen. So be aware of that level. Absent that, the sellers are more in control. The 50% is still under attack. This swing area, it could still be under attack. So be aware of that. We could head down below those levels and increase the bearish bias, getting and staying below that 50% retracement level. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. I want to focus on the hourly chart for this analysis. And if we look at the hourly chart, what do we do in trading here today? And yesterday, we've traded above and below the 100-hour moving average. But on this dip right here, where do we find support? Right against the 200-hour moving average, right near the 38.2% retracement, and right in this yellow area right here. Now I have to transition to the 4-hour chart to show you what's the significance of this area, the 38.2 and the swing area. If I go to the 4-hour chart here and take a look at that, going back in time, you can see the importance of here: support, resistance, support, resistance, move down, return to that level in trading the last 2 weeks. Traded above and below it. Market didn't know what it wanted to do, and then rotated to the upside. In this trading this week, we've been able to hold support against that level. So are the buyers trying to take more control? Yes. Not only that, we're trying to get above the 100-day moving average, which comes in at 126.50. The problem with that is that we've moved above it not once, not twice, or a couple times here. So this is like the third time we've been above the 100-day moving average. We've got to stay above that level to increase the bullish bias. But there are indications that the buyers like it here in the sterling versus US dollar. By the way, the 38.2% retracement of this move to the downside is within that area, so that too is adding some support to your trading. So there you have it, a look at the 3 major currency pairs to kickstart your trading day. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye.